Hi guys, welcome back to the Stretching Samurai live stream. Today we have a brand new show. We're going to talk about the two faces of Medicare in Canada. I'm sure that there's a lot of problems with a lot of Medicares across the world, but we do have double standards in Canada. And today I have a great little example. I've got my co-host, Mr. Devin Swift here, and he's going to explain to you guys what happened and how to see basically a basic injury. Because a lot of people come to me, they're totally discouraged. They've been working with osteos, physios, doctors, and nothing's coming through for them, and they pretty much gave up. So today, I'm going to give you a little bit of hope. I'm going to present to you my good friend and co-host, Mr. Devin Swift. He's got an amazing story. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. I was hit by a car about 6 years ago, and after the accident, I was told that I was never going to walk again. And from that point on, I went to see doctors, osteos, physios, chiropractors, everything. And they all said the same thing, that I was going to be in a wheelchair by the time I was 25. And then I was just more or less, nothing was ever going to work. I was screwed.
So pretty much, this is the case in Quebec and Canada. It's very, although our Medicare is really much better than certain countries, we do have free healthcare, which is kind of cool. But sometimes it does take a long time before getting an MRI. It does take time before getting a solution to a problem. And in his case, when he got hit by a car, he was pretty much, I'm sorry to say this because you can't say that on live too much, but he was fucked up, guys, to the point where he had trouble walking. Now, how hard was it to walk for you when you got hit by the car after?
I had a cane for about 2 years. Prior to the 2 years, I went to a theater program, and I couldn't do ballet. I couldn't dance. I couldn't do anything without extreme pain, lower back pain, hip pain, and I didn't even know what the problem was. That was the biggest issue. All I got were painkillers, ways to address the symptoms and not the actual problem.
And this is our big problem, because I find that in Canada, a lot of health practitioners don't talk to each other.
No, at
right?
all.
They treat the symptoms, like you say, but they don't find the correlation to the problem to eventually fix your problem.
No, they don't want to fix you. They want to fix the symptoms, the pain that the problem's causing you. They don't want to deal with the actual issue itself.
So here's the funny thing, because we're talking about, and I asked him how you're doing and what were your recourses when you went to see the doctor. You said basically nerve blockers down your spine. That was one of the recourse, nerve blockers.
Yep.
Right. So basically, they shoot nerve blockers, shut down that nerve. Basically, your problem is solved, right?
More or less, they wanted to put them directly into my spine, so I wouldn't be able to feel anything below the waist, because I was always in pain. Every minute of every day, I was in pain.
And the pain that you felt, how high did the pain go? Would you say 7 on 10, 10 on 10, basically?
I've passed out from my pain.
Okay.
Up.
Okay. Now that's an interesting story, guys. You're gonna love this. I heard you went to a physiotherapy session.
Yes.
And you passed out.
Yes.
Go. You got to tell them this story. That's insane.
I had a dance class. It was ballet. I had to plie, and my hip popped out. I couldn't get up. So long story short, I tried to pop it back in myself. When I couldn't, after school I went to see an emergency physiotherapist, I guess you would call him. And more or less, I was lying down on a table, and he took my leg up to a 90 degrees, and I went to sleep. Like completely to bed.
So
he brought my leg down, and I came right back out of it. I asked him what the issue was. He's like, "Are you okay?" But yeah, I'm fine. Did it again. I was asleep. Brought my leg down, and I woke up.
So you got Conor McGregor.
Knocked
out.
Yeah, like Jose Aldo.
Yeah. So basically, totally passed out from the pain. This is how high the pain threshold.
Yeah.
But then again, they gave you a second way of looking at the pain, which was beautiful. We're talking about big pharma, guys. Big pharma. It's big money in Quebec and in Canada, across the world, right? What do you want to give you?
Painkillers.
Yeah, painkillers. And what happened when they gave you painkillers?
I got pretty addicted to them, actually.
And how long were you on those painkillers?
Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years, yeah.
So basically, Nerve blockers or addiction to painkillers?
Yes.
Wow.
More or less, it's drugs or not be able to feel anything at all.
So basically, all that eventually came to the inevitable fate of you eventually, by the age of 25, we're going to end up in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I had professional doctors tell me that I was a lost cause. And that they could have helped me if I came in the day after the accident, told them exactly what the problem was and all these issues. But I didn't even know what the problem was.
So basically, you didn't go to see them earlier enough.
Yes. Basically, it was all my fault as to why I was injured, why they couldn't help me.
So that's pretty shitty. That's kind of shitty news. And the physios that tried to help you gave up on you as well.
Oh, yeah. I had physios, acupuncturists, chiros tell me to stop coming because it was a waste of money.
So basically, they just didn't want your money, right?
Yeah, they were like, you can't help you. All we're doing is just helping a little bit, and they're going to get worse and worse as time goes on. More than say that was never going to get better, I was only going to get worse.
Wow. Well, sadly enough, this is a strong case in Canada and Quebec, where basically there's a lot of misguided information. They send you to the wrong place. Eventually, you get the runaround. They ship you back and forth until basically nobody wants to take the blame, right?
Yeah.
For their inability to find basically how you're going to get fixed.
That's exactly it. To the point where even I was asking questions, and they couldn't actually give me a straight answer. They were all like, I don't know. What do you don't know? You're a doctor. Like, you're paying.
So so at this point, I think, guys, that if there is something that I learned from his story is you've got to learn about your condition, and you can't give up. You have to find, okay, what's my next step into healing? Is there a non-conventional way of going about it? Holistic practitioners or basically naturopathy, right?
Yeah.
And naturopathy is chiropractics, acupuncture, osteopath, physiotherapy, anything that doesn't like involve basically direct big pharma straight on your body, right?
Yep.
And sometimes, guys, it's a hit or miss. Like the acupuncture, it was kind of funny because okay, so he's going for the more naturopathic approach, and he went for acupuncture because acupuncture, we're working with meridians, right? But this is new, this is different. And tell him what happened when you did a session with your leg.
So my first session with the acupuncturist, she's there putting all the needles in my leg, and long story short, she put one of them in my leg. My entire leg began to spasm and shake, and she got so scared she even yelped, took the pin out, my leg stopped shaking. She said, never come back, this is not for you. That has never happened in 20-something years of her doing that.
So when we're talking about lost causes, and I'm not saying that Devin couldn't be helped, right? We've been working for how long right now?
2 years, is it?
2 years.
Yeah.
So he came to see me 2 years ago. I had some very good kinesiology-based knowledge that I ran through Paul Check, and also some ART.
Yep.
Right? So basically we started with that, and then we moved on to myofascial with Thomas Myers. He got a little bit better.
Yep.
And then we went to PRI, postural restoration. Then we went to modern posturology, Brico's technique, where we fix jaw, eye conditions, feet conditions, orthotics, shorter leg, in his case, to eventually come to a point where, how old are you right now?
I'm 27 and I'm not in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that a hoot, guys?
Yep.
Now, next time, guys, somebody tells you, and I'm not saying this just to hype up my own work, I'm saying there's a lot of guys like me that are really in tune and want to actually help people.
Genuinely want to help people.
Yeah, like we're not there to make money off of you. We want to help him. Okay? I wanted to help him. I really don't give a flying crap about anything else. I said to myself, people gave up on this guy. I'm going to give what I've got, and if I can't help, I'll just refer you to somebody else. And luckily, eventually, we got to a point where basically you're not in pain that much.
I used to be in pain every second of every day, like I said earlier. Now I'm rarely in pain. I wake up, I'm fine.
So basically, on a normal day, you would say on 10, 0 being the least, 10 being the most. What would be your pain right now?
Now, between a 1 or a 2, if that.
So, you know, guys, sometimes you go see somebody that's trying to help you. It's important to understand that he may not bring you to a 0 on 10. But when you are on a, what were you before?
4, Jesus, maybe like a 8.
Okay, when
9.
you're on an 8 on 10 and he goes back down to a 2, that's kind of a blessing in disguise.
That's amazing.
And you know, it's all about how can we move forward using different techniques to eventually get to a point where you can live.
Yeah, and also just not being down on yourself. I was down on myself for years, where I was like, I'm a lost cause. I believe them. There's no one that can fix me. I'm broken, but I wasn't. Mental.
So basically, there's a message. Today's live stream is actually a message of hope for everybody out there that has really hard conditions. Guys, it's important that you understand that there's always a different way of looking at a problem, and there is a way to find a solution eventually. It's not going to be sometimes conventional medicine that's going to help you, but it might be non-conventional, and for you to stay closed-minded on the whole issue would be kind of a waste, because you're the one wasting all this time and pain.
That's exactly it, you know. And it's also just always to ask the questions. If you go see a doctor and you ask him a question and he can't give you a straight answer, there's a problem, you know. The best thing about this guy over here is I ask a question, he tells me why. He teaches it to you. He lets you know. That's all that people want, to be informed. Be informed people.
So basically, the biggest problem in our society with our medical system is lack of information.
Yes, and a lack of being able to explain it to somebody else, right?
Yeah. So overall, guys, it's very important that the problem can and could be solved if you try different options. And oftentimes I have people coming into my office, and once they took basically every step to trying to fix a problem, I'm kind of their last hope. And you know what? I have nothing against that, right? It's okay. I can live with being the last hope or something like that. I will come to you with 4 different situations. And if you really want to see if a guy is good, if you've got a good practitioner, he's going to refer you. He's going to try stuff on you. He's going to see whatever he can do. And he's not going to be narrow-minded on one technique. He's going to try many other techniques. He'll bring somebody back with him, and he'll try to find a solution for you because he actually cares.
More or less is that how put it this way, Gravel?
Yeah.
You are a new hope, not the last hope. All right? Think of it like that. Star Wars.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little chronicle. And basically, we're going to have another one in 2 weeks. Maybe it's going to be something fun. We're going to talk about massage therapy. And yeah, we're going to talk about something very special, because a lot of people go to massage therapy when they have pains and aches. And let's say you have a tendonitis, a frozen shoulder, bursitis. What do you ask your massage therapist to do to alleviate the pain? And I'm going to have a very special guest, an amazing massage therapist, which I hope she's going to be free in 2 weeks, and she will explain to you everything she does and what you can ask your massage therapist to do to you to alleviate the pain, which is basically extrinsic factors.
Sounds amazing.
So guys, stay tuned. 2 weeks, Stretching Samurai live stream. I would like to thank my good friend and co-host, Mr. Devin Swift,
Very welcome,
for sharing you this story today. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Definitely.
Okay, guys.
See you later.
We're out. Ciao.